Hello everyone, I welcome you all in this lecture, and in this lecture I am going to discuss some preventive measures for the prevention of thermal, radioactive, noise and light pollution. Now let's start with thermal pollution. Thermal pollution is a kind of water pollution in which temperature of the water rises, and how this can be prevented. Now the first way is use of cooling towers and artificial lakes. Actually, in the industries, water is used as a coolant, and the hot water generated in the industries, when discharged into the water bodies as such, it can raise the average temperature of the water and can make the water unfit for living of aquatic organisms. Now we should use cooling towers and artificial lakes for the temporary storage of the hot water, so that the temperature of the water lower down, and after some time we should discard that water into the main water bodies. Now next is save electricity. As we know that electricity is produced by thermal power plants in which coal is burned, nuclear power plants. These all power plants make the water hot, and when that hot water is discharged into the water bodies, can cause thermal pollution. So we should save electricity so that there will be need of generation of less electricity and will reduce the thermal pollution. Now next is reuse of heated water. As we know that in industries and different commercial activities which generate hot water, that hot water can be used wherever required, in the homes, in the buildings, wherever hot water is required, that hot water can be used there. And when the water becomes at low temperature, then it should be released into the main water bodies. It should also prevent the thermal pollution of water. Now next is environmental awareness. All should be aware about the environment or the negative consequences of the pollution of the environment, and that can also prevent the water pollution or the thermal pollution of the water. Now next is preventive measures for radioactive pollution. Radioactive elements should be stored in a proper way. There should be used specific kinds of containers so that leakage could not occur, because their leakage can emit hazardous radiations into the environment, and so radioactive elements should be stored safely. Clear warnings. Clear warnings should be displayed on the regions where radioactive materials have been kept. As you all know that animals cannot read these warnings, so we should use sufficient receptacles so that animals could not reach to the site where radioactive elements have been stored. Now next is alternate sources of energy. We should search for alternate sources of energy. We should not use nuclear power plants for the generation of electricity, because in the nuclear power plants radioactive elements are used, and there is a risk of leakage of these radioactive elements from the nuclear power plants, and it can cause the radioactive pollution. Next is nuclear discharge. That means nuclear weapons are a very important means to eliminate the risk associated with radioactive materials. So we should get rid of nuclear weapons because these can produce the radioactive materials into the environment, and that can produce hazardous radiations. Now next is proper disposal of radioactive waste. Radioactive waste may emit hazardous radiation, so it should be disposed in a concrete way. It should be disposed, it should not be buried in the ground because it can cause soil pollution. It should not kept in the containers which can leak. Okay, so these should be disposed properly so that they could not contaminate the environment. Now next are the preventive measures for noise pollution. First one is public awareness. Public should be aware about the control of noise because excessive noise can produce health effects like deafness. Next is controlling sound instruments. People should not use speakers and other excessive sound producing equipments because these excessive sound producing equipments can cause noise pollution, can cause hazardous effects on the human beings because there is a limit of tolerance of a sound for the human ear, and the sound beyond that limit can cause the damage to the ear of the human beings. Now next is restriction for loud noise. There should be laws for the control of noise pollution. Appropriate measures should be taken to ensure that noise from the restrictions is not violated. Firecrackers should be banned or should be avoided because these also cause noise pollution. Now next are preventive measures for light pollution. First one is stay informed about the light pollution. Light pollution also is a very dangerous kind of pollution because it can also produce many health effects. All should be aware about the light pollution. Many of us do not even know that light can also cause environmental pollution, and all should be familiar about the light pollution. Use less light. Artificial lights should be used in less amount, and the outdoor lights should be turned off when not in use. Use less decorative lighting. Decorative lights, the use of decorative lights to a large extent for a prolonged use can cause light pollution, and these may produce disturbing effects, especially in the festive season. People use decorative lighting to a great extent, but somehow they are also they are also causing light pollution, so these should be used less. Next is take preventive measures wherever required to reduce the light pollution. Preventive measures should be taken. Glare free light should be used because glared light can cause difficulty in visualizing the things due to the excessive lightning. Avoid light trespassing. That means light should not pass from our reach. That is, our outdoor lights should not be disturbing to the others. These should be turned off when these are not in use. Thank you.